Hey guys, this is Nebo Bando here in Miami, in my home.
So we gotta do something else so we can achieve financial freedom, a passive income one day. And I was leading scorer and MVP and All-Star MVP when I was playing in Houston Hot Shots, which is in Texas.
For Nebo. He's got help wide. He'll take it. It's in the net. Nebo. It's in the net. Goal east for Nebo. The shot. It's in the net. It's in the net. A goal for the East.
We don't have any Miami drama, like a real drama here.
If I tell you how I got married, you're gonna flip up that chair.
MiamiDrama's the game. Never one and the same. Excitement and depth in every frame. Join the fame. Agata and Kinga send the fame.
Hi Nebo, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome in our Miami Drama podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Please tell us something about you. Who you are? Where you from?
Okay. I'm born in Montenegro, ex-Yugoslavia. I grew up there. As a boy, I was playing football, soccer, European football, like everybody in my country. As 14-year-old boy, I got accepted from the home team, who was in the first division, to play in their youth. And football was my passion. I was also very, very good in school, one of the best. And I was competing to be best in school and best in football. And that's what I did till about 17, 18. When I was 17 and a half, I stopped going to school because everybody thought, and I thought, that I can be professional football player. So I bet everything on that. And I left school and I was going online so I can focus on this, because I thought, in ex-Yugoslavia, which is not very rich country, being professional football player would be my ticket out to the world. So I took risk. And basically that's what happened. When I was 18, Red Star, the biggest club in ex-Yugoslavia from Belgrade, recruited me. And then I went there to play. And from there, the rest was the history. I met the agent there. I went to Europe. I went to United States. And then when I come to United States, I also was playing professional football. As I was finishing my career, before I finished my career, I started investing in real estate. Okay. I became a real estate investor, and then after that, real estate broker, and rest of this history.
So you're like taking risks.
Yes, yes.
It's a very bold move.
Well,
especially
yes.
back in the day.
Yes, but my real name is Nebo in my language. Mm-hmm. Nebo means like a sky.
Yes.
And Russian people call me Nebo or Nieba.
From
Spanish people call me Nebo. In America, they call me Nebo because it's short of Nebo, right? But Nebo in my language means not afraid of anything. Ne boi se. That means not afraid of.
Yeah, same with Polish.
Okay, so.
Okay, so I will back. Why the United States? Because we all know that the soccer football, it's very famous in Europe, like Spain, Italy, France. But here in USA, it's...
Well, you're giving me chills right now with that question. You know why? Because my dream was to play in Bayern Munich in Germany, which is one of the best teams in Europe. Mm-hmm. And that was my dream as a boy. And my idol, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, was famous player from Bayern Munich, and in matter of fact, they was calling me Rummenigge when I was Red Star. Life sometimes takes unbelievable turns what you don't expect. I had opportunity to play in Europe because of the different circumstances. Mm-hmm. I did not end up playing in Europe. And I was crying not to go to America to play because it was a different league. Mm-hmm. It was indoor soccer. They didn't have outdoor like they have right now, Major League Soccer. So I begged my agent not to take me. When he took me, I came from nothing, didn't have anything. When I came to St. Louis, I achieved something very special. I become famous, they bought me Porsche. It was like American dream.
Oh wow.
And then I had, in that time also changed to sign Europe. And because what I experienced in St. Louis, I decided to stay and to play here. It was huge mistake for my career.
I understand. But now you are thinking it was the best step for you?
Well, yes, because what I say, realistically, what I did not achieve in sports, I achieved in other field, which is a business. In sports, people say, not me, I was one of the best players in Europe as 18-year-old, and probably in that time most famous 18-year-old player in ex-Yugoslavia, right? And everybody was thinking about when I have an unbelievable future, right? Because of that, even today, after 40 years, people in Yugoslavia feel like, oh my God, he made mistake because he went to America, because he could play in Bayern, Real, Barcelona, right?
Yeah.
And I did not achieve that. Even I was one of the best in America. I was leading scorer in St. Louis, I was leading scorer in Houston, Texas. I was All-Star 2 times, and I was MVP, most valuable player in All-Star game, 1997 Portland.
Oh wow.
Right?
So what happened? So what shifted?
It shifted basically life. Like, I didn't sign in Europe in that time, timing, agent took me to America, I fell in love with St. Louis and America, and I decided to stay.
Okay.
It's just, timing and decisions in a life can take.
So how many years you lived in St. Louis?
I lived in St. Louis 3 years.
3 years, and
Yes,
after that?
from 1985 to 1988, I lived in St. Louis. Then I went to Kansas City for a year. I had a couple of years off because of injury, and then I went to Houston.
Okay, so but this entire time you're still playing?
Of course, I was playing, but I was playing in United States.
But in the meantime, you started investing money.
I started investing money, I think, since 1994, so it's been 30 years.
But it was your idea to start do it? It was like a plan B or what?
Well, my mentor influenced me.
Okay.
I would never invest in real estate. I didn't know nothing about real estate. But I was so fortunate in St. Louis, what I played. I met my mentor who was from Macedonia, part of ex-Yugoslavia. So he influenced me to invest in real estate. So that was fortunate for me, because it was not for him, I would never be what I'm today.
Oh, wow.
He said like this, Nebo, we play American soccer, we make good money, but we don't make great money like a baseball, football, basketball. Like some of the attorneys, some of the doctors used to make a lot of money, right? He said, we gotta do something else so we can achieve financial freedom and passive income one day. This is why you should invest in real estate. You should buy apartments when you're young. You buy with other people money in a right location. You just learn how to run them. And one day you will become automatic millionaire and have passive income and live whatever you want from those apartments. That's exactly what happened. And if it was not for him, I would never be living right now in this car in Savi, in Miami.
So did you start buying in St. Louis? That's when it started? Or?
No, I started first I bought investment in Europe, and then I started buying in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Houston, Texas was my main investment city.
And that was in 1994, you said? You started investing in 1994?
Yes, I started investing in 1994, yes.
So now...
1994,
So
1995.
can we ask now, after so many years, how many units do we own?
Well, I don't want to talk about that. I really, because I own hundreds of units, but I learned one thing, being from Europe, and especially my family, especially my wife, we are very superstitious.
Right.
When you talk about, I own this, I have this, it's just really can be a bad luck.
Negative.
You understand?
Yes.
Because, and it's very hard to have the balance because we are on social media.
Yes.
You are on social media. You have a big brokerage. You want agents to come to you. You have investment courses. Everybody out there bragging about it. People probably showing more they are. I'm trying to be realistic because I'm an honest person. I am who I am. I don't like to exaggerate.
Let's say you own, over 100 units, you have a brokerage firm, you teach people also how to invest, but I want to just bring to light, this is years of work. Because
Absolutely.
especially now on social media, where people they see you on top, but they don't see all the hard work that went to it. So
Absolutely. It was a hard work from me, from my family.
Yeah.
It was, even today is a hard work, but today is much easier.
right. But a lot of people also, I don't think, understand that, even when you get to the top, then you got to sustain on the top. You can't just, oh my God, I'm done, right?
Absolutely, because I say even if you are billionaire or millionaire, anyone out there, it's a battle every day to win.
Because it's a big
And
time.
look, Walmart was the biggest seller, right?
Right.
And now Amazon is threatening to take over.
Right.
So they are competing. So even people who own those companies every day, they are you are like a boxer in a ring.
Right.
And you're trying to win the match. That's it.
There's always somebody better,
absolutely.
stronger. Yeah, I agree. So what about crisis? What would you call everybody in business world, we all have ups and downs. What would be that thing that really put you down, that you had to work really hard to?
If you had it.
If you had it, I don't know, maybe everything was perfect, but I have a feeling there was something that triggered you too.
Well, everybody had the setbacks in the back.
That's what you are.
For me, biggest setbacks was when I was professional football player.
Okay.
That was injuries. I had first, when I was on top of the world, one wrong move in St. Louis, I twist my right knee, anterior cruciate ligament, and out for over a year. I lost big contract. I come back, and then a few years after that, I hurt my left knee, and many people thought that I was finished. But I never give up. I work very hard, and I come back stronger than ever. And I was leading scorer and MVP and All-Star MVP when I was playing in Houston Hotshots, which is in Texas. So that was my two biggest setbacks, injuries in football. And I was in the edge of not be able to come back as great I was before, but I got back.
Yeah.
Regarding business, did I ever had a big setbacks? No, absolutely not.
Why is that?
Sometimes everybody have problems. You have problems, you have a big brokerage, sometimes people sue, this and that, sometimes you had a 2008 crisis, but I always was, I'm not gonna say careful, but I kind of made the right decision, buying the right properties in the right location, and I always work hard. Of course, you have problems,
Right.
but every time when you have a problem, as soon as I get up in the morning, I attack those problems. And for me, I'm a problem solver. And I work like so diligently, hey, I gotta solve this problem today. And that's my nature.
So what would you say, preparation? You always prepare?
Well, I'm prepared, and you, whether you have it or not, when you're in business, like in anything else, you have it or you don't have it. When you have it, you know how to solve the problems, you know how to get out of the not best situation to be back where you are before. So realistically, I never had any big problems in business because I came from a professional field. I had some money saved, I had a good mentor, and also had a good credit. But honestly, without mentor, it wouldn't be possible.
Exactly, it's not enough. So can you tell us how was it exactly? So you invested the first, yes. Then you did your license. How did you build your brokerage? How it happened?
Well, I started investing, buying and selling properties. I had the short-term goals and long-term
But
goals.
you didn't have a license yet.
No. Short-term goals was flipping the houses, buying houses, selling them, buying houses, keeping them, and selling them owner financing. Wrap around, in the beginning, wrap around means I would buy the house, would fix it, and we would sell it owner financing. We still had the loan with the bank, but we would wrap around the loan and sell that for higher interest rate to the new buyer. That was one way for us to create the cash flow. Also, flipping the houses. You buy, you fix, you sell. And you use BRRR method, which is a buy, rehab, refinance, and repeat. I did this many, many times. I had a project manager. We had a crew, 2 crews who was working all the time on rehabbing the houses. We had the marketing. We did postcards, we did signs on the street, we did cold calls, everything. We had a van, white van. And my company was called NB Properties.
Okay.
We buy homes, 713-213-0000. That was our number, catchy number. It was business. That was short term. To drive nice cars, to have nice clothing, to travel to Europe, to help your parents. That was money to live. And that was a short-term investments.
Yeah.
Buying apartment complexes and holding, that was a long-term investment. Building the equity. And every time I bought apartment complex, because I was leveraging high, first 1 or 2 years, I never had the cash flow because I would put 25% down, 75% loan, great location. It's impossible to have a cash flow because when you buy, everything looks great, like a beautiful bride. As soon as you get the apartment complex, all of a sudden you find out, even after inspection, even after due diligence, you find out, oh, this person left. Oh, look at this is leaking.
Yeah.
So first 1 to 2 years, it's always stabilization.
Yeah.
But I did not care about cash flow in apartment complex. I was building the equity. And that's the one thing with most investors, they don't understand. They don't have a mentor, they don't have a strategy. In a business, everything is a business plan, system, and strategy. Without that, you can't succeed. And that's what many people today are not succeeding because they don't have those 3 things. I had a strategy, goals. Me and my mentor, we said, oh, this is a short-term goal and this is a long-term goal. And we emphasize that.
And you have to understand this.
So I also heard that you're very successful, obviously. You're also mentoring people as well. You write books, is that correct?
Well, I have a mentoring course right now in English.
Okay.
Which has been out probably approximately for 1 month.
Okay.
And also I am in process of finishing on my languages, which is I'm from ex-Yugoslavia, Montenegro, so it's going to be for all Balkan region, for people who lives there and for people from my country who lives all over the world. For example, in Chicago, we have 500,000 people from ex-Yugoslavia. In Canada and Australia, it's a big community all over the world from our country. So I felt I owe that to them because they ask all the time, Nebo, when we're going to have something in our language.
So you feel like you want to give it back to the community?
Absolutely. I never done this for money.
Right.
It took me 3 years. As a matter of fact, my wife says, oh my God, you're never going to finish. Because you're busy.
Right.
You have 2 full-time businesses.
Right.
You have a son who is playing sports, which is a part-time job. Going with him there and there, traveling with him, taking him to the games and all this.
Right.
Plus, I have a big brokerage and I'm supporting my agents. So, and then you have to find the time to be focused to finish your course, right? So it took me, I would say, more than between 2 to 3 years to finish. I was mentoring people before, but I was doing live Zoom sessions in the groups,
Okay.
right? And that was taking toll on me. Now everything is recorded.
Right.
Everything what I know, it's recorded, it's out there, it's investment course. And then of course there is extra time with me, which is a gold, diamond and platinum memberships.
You know, you need the time for your hobbies and other things, yeah, for your wife.
Yes.
Yeah, to go out. What are you doing in your freelance?
Well, active. I'm very socially active. I love to travel. As you know, I travel all over the world. It's business and pleasure, of course. I love to go to the beach. I love cars. I like, sometimes go with my son for, fast car drive. I like going to nice restaurants. I like being on a boat. I like outdoor activities, and I love socializing with people, meeting people from different countries. And I'm so fortunate because I live in Miami, which is a international city. You meet people from all over the world, yes. Right? And even before that, Houston was also a big international city. So for me, I never put money in the first place. I always put people, reputation, quality of life. Quality of life.
Yeah. And you have a time sometimes that you are sitting at home, alone, with nobody, with no calls, no friends. You have a time like that or not?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
I will give you my secret, okay? So basically, everybody have their spot, right? So I have my couch and in the living room, and even we have a beautiful view of the ocean. So sometimes Sunday, I put the curtains and Netflix. I love Netflix and Prime, but Netflix is my number one friend. So I love watching series from different countries and movies from different countries internationally, because they always take me to those destinations mentally. I watch series from Colombia, from Mexico, from Poland. I watch from India, from Italy. And sometimes I am crazy, like how you say in Spanish, loco, right? I watch movie or series and I fall in love with location and then I go there to travel.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and I've done that several times. So Sunday is my day when I relax. I don't like to dress up. I don't like to shave. I just go to the beach. After the beach, I stay in. I relax. I watch TV all day. And in the end of the day, there is a place here in Miami. I go for massage, not every week, but massage maybe every 2 weeks. And that's kind of my day to mentally to prepare myself for the next day. And that day, very important, my business phone is off.
Oh,
my business phone is off because I have 2 phones. But I still, even Sunday, I check our NBA Realty Facebook group to see if it's any agent needs to have any questions, so I can answer quickly. But my phone is off for that day.
What about your wife? Because I know she's so beautiful, she's so intelligent. So she prefers staying at home on Sundays with you, or she prefers going out?
She usually stays home as well Sunday. She also has her friends, and sometimes she would meet a friend. But Sunday is a pretty much day for the weekends when we pretty much relax, so we can get ready for the business week. In fact, she said that to me before, don't do much on Sunday because you got to get ready because you got a business week coming up. So Sunday is a lazy day, and everybody have different things. She's not big fan of TV and Netflix and that. She has her own routine, but my routine is Netflix and massage and relaxation.
Okay, let me ask you this. So when did you move?
And no vanilla latte Sunday. No coffee, no vanilla latte Sunday. That's a day when you
You're just not going to need the coffee. You don't need the extra energy.
No extra energy.
So how many years in Miami?
Miami since August 13, 2017.
Okay, and what brought you here?
Dream.
Really?
Dream. Financial freedom is possible. That's my slogan, the slogan of NBA Realty. Because me and my wife, we worked so hard for years to create the passive income to move to Miami.
Really? Okay. So that was what was on your list.
That was our dream. In matter of fact, we are sitting here, below us is a Collins Avenue, right? Collins Avenue, it's called Millionaire Row, correct?
Yes.
So we vacationed in Miami for years. We stayed in Fontainebleau, we stayed at W. But before that, I had a one timeshare and we stayed in Fort Lauderdale, we stayed in Weston. So we drive the street here and we see these beautiful buildings on the Collins side. And we would drive and rent a car, and I said, one day we're gonna live here. I said, one day we're gonna live here, we're gonna own apartments.
Great. I like it.
on this street, right? And basically that's what happened. So we wanted more of life.
So you believe in manifestation? You know, picturing your future and, you know, telling yourself, this is what I'm gonna have, this is what I'm gonna do, and then...
We fell in love with Miami because of vibe. Houston is an amazing city. I think Houston is one of the best business cities in the world.
What makes it so special?
Because it's diversified, it has medical center, has oil, it's a modern city, beautiful buildings. When you come to Houston, you smell money. When you drive, when you see the city, when you see the places, you see the class, level, and money. There is, first day when I came to Houston, I said, my God, there's money here. Huge business city. Amazing for real estate. But one thing about Houston, what was missing, soul. I love the cities where they have something in them, something different. Like Rome, like Paris, like Miami. In Houston, whether you have 7 million and 77 million and 700 million or $1 billion, you always live the same. You always hurry, you always run around. You will not have anything to do during the day besides going to the mall, because it's all about business.
It's a city, like a real city.
And it's so spread out and it's so business oriented, and there is no place to walk besides the mall. There is no people outside. Sometimes there is, but it's just, that was missing. Don't take me wrong. Houston will always be in my heart, and I love Houston. Houston give me everything. Houston and Texas give me everything, and I love Houston, I love Texas, and I appreciate it. And I want to give message to everyone out there, because in America, especially now, life is very expensive and never be more expensive. And people want to succeed. There is a prestige, there is a competition. You want to live on this level, and you have to work so hard to live on this level and to compete with others, right? And if you work that hard, one day you have to reward yourself. You have to have a second home. You have to travel, because it's quality of life. For me, it's not important who is the richest person in the world. That's not most important. It's most important quality of life, because I know several millionaires, maybe even billionaires in Houston, and I know the fact they don't have a quality of life.
So tell us, did you meet your wife in Houston also?
Do you really want to know about that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my
Because you just told us that the Texas, the Houston gave you everything. And I know your wife, she's everything for you.
If I tell you how I got married, you're gonna flip off that chair.
Okay, I will love it.
Thank God you are sitting. We met in Montenegro, in my country. And my mom...
She's from there?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
So my mom find wife for me.
Okay.
So she was tenant in our old house. Well, we had a house, old house. We did not own the house. It was owned by the government in ex-Yugoslavia, Montenegro, but we needed somebody to stay there. Then you have right one day to get apartment when they tear down the house. So my father knew her father. So they said, can they stay there, her brother? So they was paying some minimal rent. So my father was like a landlord to them, right? Her brother. So my mom was telling me, oh my God, you should meet this girl. She's so nice, beautiful. She doesn't have a lot of money to dress. She doesn't go out much. She's very nice, from very nice family. You should meet her. She was telling me 3 years. But you're not serious. And in that time, for me, it was all about business, real estate, So basically, 3 years after, we made an appointment to go to see the house where I was born, this old house from Turkish Empire. And she lived there with her brother. So we come there, me, my mom and dad. So I walk in, in a house, you know, and then when the people tell you about girl, it's never always is different, right? It's never exaggerations. Right? So I come in a house, in a living room. We had it was a small room in the left. It's like a small kitchen. You have a living room and you have a bedroom, you have a hallway. And that's it. That's when I was born. That's and bathroom downstairs, improvised bathroom. I mean, Montenegro, ex-Yugoslavia.
Yeah. So
I come in and I see this girl in a white dress like you, beautiful. My God, I was like, beautiful girl, like a looks from Madrid, from Spain, like a dark complexion. So we talked there, and my father, and I'm here, she's there. My father sits behind, and my father goes like this. So, I mean, my father passed away a few years ago, but I loved him. He was so funny. And then we walk out of the house. And my father said to me, "Do you know what you should do?" I said, "What?" He said, "You should call her for lunch and call her brother, but don't worry, brother will not go." So anyway, so I did call her, and we had lunch. We had the lunch, and we met 1-2 times and become friends. And then we stay in touch for a year.
Yeah, because
because I was here, and then when I come back, I took 3 months off from business, for everything. I bought Corvette. It was my dream one time to ship the car. I bought a Corvette convertible. I shipped it to the Montenegro for the summer to enjoy. I took 3 months off, and then we started dating, and the rest is history. So that's how I met my wife, because of my parents.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad.
Yes. But you know what, this house is empty now. Nothing is in there, and we was born in this house. And from this house, my mom said, we achieve big things, because not only me, but my brother he was also a very good football player in Olympiacos in Greece, in PAOK in Greece, Red Star Belgrade. And then he became very good coach. He's now a professional coach.
Where?
He won 5 trophies in Thailand. Wow. And he's now head coach of a team called Vojvodina Novi Sad, one of the best teams in Serbia. So my brother is one of the best football coaches in ex-Yugoslavia.
Amazing.
Also from the house. So.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
So what a story, huh?
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, but I'm thinking that you have a very, very good heart, and it's probably from your parents. So I wondered, the idea that your brokerage is like a family, because it's not like a typical brokerage in the United States, so it's like a family. It was your idea, business idea, or you felt like this way?
Well, this is what happened. We was in Houston, and we had the properties, and Petrusha was involved in management, and we did well. We created a cash flow, and I felt like I don't have to work much now anymore, right? So all of a sudden, I was working 1 hour a day, 30 minutes a day, 50 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, nothing. And I was free because I had the management and we had the properties. Properties was creating the cash flow, and I had a manager who was dealing with houses. In that time, we already did less houses because we had the cash flow from the apartments. So all of a sudden, things start to hurting me from my professional days. Oh, my back. Oh, what about this? What about that? Oh. So Petrusha said, you gotta find something to do. You're driving everybody crazy. When you don't compete, you are finished.
Yeah, that's very true.
So she said, let's have something else to do. So I become broker because I was agent, and I become agent just because of my properties. So I don't have to pay commission when I buy, when I sell. It was helping me.
Of course.
So then I become broker. When I become broker, one of my business associates, friends from my country, from Serbia, he said, Nebo, can you sponsor my license? I said, sure. And this guy is super successful, one of the best investors in Houston. When I become his broker, I said, my God, when this guy is associated with me, I said, this is going to be super successful brokerage because he's so, this guy is like a shark, unbelievable, very smart. Then another investor asked me, can you sponsor me? All of a sudden it was a 2. Then another one asked me, 3. I said, well, why don't we do this? And that's how we started brokerage. We started brokerage because Petrusha pushed me to do something else. She said, you gotta compete. You gotta have something else.
I have enough. Start something.
Yeah. Anyway, and then these people say, Nebo, can you sponsor me? And then we decided to open brokerage and start marketing and bringing the agents on board.
So do you have brokerage in different states? Or?
Yes, in 5 states.
5
Texas,
states.
Florida, California, Illinois, and New York.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm a personally broker now in 3 states. Texas, Illinois, and Florida. And then I have a brokers in California and New York.
Very good. Wow. So now I can't wait actually to, log into your mentorship. That sounds very exciting.
So what is your next step? You have some other goals?
Yes, I still want to grow brokerage because it's fun. We're competing and it's like a game. It's really, you want to win, you want to be the best, and you want to provide best environment for real estate agents to come, right? I definitely want to push my course because I never done this for money, but it gives me satisfaction. Like right now when I'm mentoring people, they are so thankful, appreciating, sending us messages like they just see the value of the mentorship because one advice can change the life of the people. Like I had a first session with Melissa, she's from Dallas, one of mine. She's with NBRT Realty team leader, she's a full-time investor. We did the one session and just the way you can improve, just setting up things differently, moving the money around, taking the different decisions that can really improve your portfolio in a moment. So basically, I wanna help people as a mentor. And then I have a different goals. I definitely wanna one day possibly do the book and maybe documentary movie because I have a very good friend in Europe who was famous football player. He was in Italy, AC Milan. And maybe one day we can do a documentary, something like that. That would be my dream, one day to have a documentary about 2 different boys from small country of Montenegro, how he made such a big, was one of the best players in Europe, won the 2 European championships with AC Milan and Red Star Belgrade, and then how I made in business in United States, and I did not make big in Europe. As a football player, what everybody projected. So it's kind of interesting story. So I would love to do that one day if opportunity comes
I'm
around.
sure you will do it. So I don't know, this is your American dream, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what can we wish you now?
I think the most important thing for anybody is a health. And people have to remember that. That's the most important. When you have health, you have everything. And this is most important, that every day in a business life we have to find the time for us, for family, for meditation, for good diet, for exercising, and that's all. If you have a good health, everything else can be achieved. If you lose your health, nothing can help you, and that's a one thing, because we can't replace health and we can't replace the time we waste. So health and not to waste the time. That's two important messages I want to give.
Exactly. So we have the last question, very important, because you are in MiamiDrama. Did you have any MiamiDrama, like a real drama here?
I had 2 dramas. Oh my God.
You can tell us, both. We have the time.
Oh my God, you really want to know this?
Of course.
So 12 years we dream about Miami. And we moved here 13th of August 2017. We're so happy, we excited, and we lived in the Green Diamond, 47 accounts on the beach.
Beautiful building.
And yeah, beautiful building, great location, has a boardwalk made of wood, right? So it's been a week. I haven't exercised because of move, adjustment, and all of a sudden one night, 21st of August, I take my bike because I want to exercise, and it's late, 9, 10 in the evening. And now I'm riding the bike very fast on the boardwalk. And I'm listening music from my country, didn't have Hamlet. The board was split in half. One is stairs, another one is when you can take child. I felt apparently, and then emergency car picked me up and took me to the Memorial Jackson Hospital. I didn't remember anything. I woke up after a few hours, didn't know anything. My wife was there, my son. And then it was funny, like they was asking me questions. I said, why we are here. We live in Houston, I didn't know anything. So they was crying, they said like I am
Oh,
right
so
here.
you even didn't remember that
Nothing.
you living in Miami?
Nothing.
Okay.
And it was like that for 2-3 hours.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, this lady comes with all these papers. And she wants to talk to me to sign these papers from insurance, because we do have insurance, but you know how it's in America, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So I look and said, sorry ma'am, I can't sign this without my attorney. And my wife says, thank God my husband is back.
Okay, it was the first.
So that was the first, excuse me, that was 21st of August. After that, week after that, 2 weeks after that, we had the first big hurricane coming. I forgot the name. Was it Irma?
Irma, yeah.
Yeah.
2020.
All of a sudden, I'm busy with business, I don't follow news, nothing. All of a sudden I see building is getting boarded, everybody is leaving, and people in my building, most of them live in New York, right? And it's like abandoned building, and I feel the deadly silence in the air. I feel ocean is telling me something when I walk. I walk, like I said, peaceful, just like hurricanes come. I'm trying to leave because we are in the beach. I booked the trip to Houston, then got canceled. I booked a hotel in Alabama, canceled, not available. We don't have enough gas. We don't have enough gas. We had SUV and we had the Porsche. We didn't have Lamborghini at that time, right? I tried to book $10,000 private plane.
You couldn't.
You couldn't.
I don't know.
Everything what I did, I was late because I was not prepared. So we put stuff where we had that bed when you can, in the air. We took that, we had a little dog, we still have that dog, Diego. We took some food, we had some from the past, those cans, whatever, water and everything, because they ordered mandatory evacuation from our building because it was in the beach. So now, even in that time, you have to be wise businessman. Even you have to know how to maneuver the system so you can get the better accommodations. So they had the one with the dogs, one without dogs, so you have to really find shelter. Think about, from luxury life, now you have to fight to find the best shelter for you. And even shelters are getting full. You have nowhere to go. So I used my business skill to go to one place what we was not supposed to go. But since the dog was certified, they let us go in that place.
Oh, okay.
So we go there, and there was a big line, so I just did something, and we walk in. It was a high school, and everybody was on the floors, in the hallways. It was like, oh my God. So my wife and son said, no, we're not staying here. We're not staying here. We're not staying here. And we was fighting, which we're trying to find a spot for us so we can park, because it was one people another, jammed. So we found a spot, I said to the people, can you move, and people made this room. So we parked, they said, we can't stay. So I said, listen. I said, no, this is beautiful, it's great. Think about We don't like flying in the long flights when the airplane goes this. Here, you can walk. You're gonna have a food from Red Cross.
But you have.
We have air condition. We have a phone. I said we have a phone. Think about sometimes in Europe you don't have phone. It's 2 days. Life is beautiful. We're gonna survive. I remember that movie. Forgot the actor from Italy. Life is beautiful. When it was a war and his son is struggling, he's telling them, life is beautiful, right? So I made them stay. And it was really tough because one bathroom, no shower, hundreds of people. And then it was so funny because my son found friends from Puerto Rico that was running around, that was playing soccer outside. Then in the morning, this ladies, I think from other country, Puerto Rico, that was doing this, Puerto Rico or somewhere else, Dominican Republic, that was doing this ritual dance in the morning, waking us up. It was like a circus, but we made the friends, we made some connection, and it was experience.
Yeah.
And there was not a big damage to Miami. We spent 2 nights and we got back home. It was fine. So that was I said, when we survive this.
Survive everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was really, I could be dead that day when I rode the bike with no helmet, so anyway, I'm here still.
No, the hurricane was waiting for you. It was, Okay, so thank you so much. I think I know we learned a lot
Yes.
from today's podcast with you. Thank you for your time. We appreciate. Yeah,
And we wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I always have great time to tell
Your story.
story and to meet people and I really enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
MiamiDrama's the game. Never one and the same. Excitement and depth in every frame. Join the fame. Agata and Kinga, setting the flame.